All of us understand fabric. From the moment you're born, they wrap you in a blanket, they put that little hat on your head. Your whole lives, you're surrounded by fabric. And I think it becomes a deeper understanding of what is being communicated in my portraits, because nobody has to sit you down and explain to you the rules of this. This is fabric. It's touching you at all times.
Bisa Butler is known for these visually eloquent quilts that really speak to African and African-American past, a kind of diasporic story.
Her work is based on photographs of Black people. She's going back into history, looking at archives, looking at thousands of photographs to find just the right ones to show us something that we've never seen before.
I'm drawn to black and white photos. I'm wondering, who are these people and what was the circumstances of their life? I'm sketching on top of the blow-up of the photograph. I'm looking at what's the lightest light, the darkest dark. The black and white allows me to imagine, how can I use color and fabric to tell this story about this person? If I'm using a lot of blues and greens, I'm using that cool color palette to say that this person had a more calm demeanor. But if I'm creating a portrait of somebody who I really want to express is very powerful, you might see me use a lot of colors that look like fire. I really like African fabric. This is Nigerian wax resist. Originally, these patterns were done as a part of a secret society and a secret language that was only understood by a few. So this is known as speedbird. In the Congo, it meant that for them, money is easy come, easy go. It's once you have it in your hand, it speeds right out. I use this fabric in so many of my pieces in different colors. It was originally called Le Cour de Cheval, but in Ghana, the women called it I Run Faster Than My Enemies. A lot of my portraits, I'm trying to embellish them with messages taken from the patterns to reinforce the story.
Bisa and I met in college at Howard University, and I was a DJ then. I'm a DJ now. She was an artist, a visual artist, so I'm an audio artist. So that's what made us connect. I'm playing for all of Bisa's exhibits, for her openings.
I share a studio space with my husband, John. He's playing music while I'm working. It really helps to have another creative person's perspective to think outside of my own box. After I graduated from Howard, I thought, well, I want to be an artist, so I should paint. But it didn't mean that painting really spoke to me. I wanted to make a portrait of my grandmother. We all knew that she wouldn't be with us that much longer. I used my grandmother's fabric remnants, and that made the portrait that much richer because it was made from her life. That was the first portrait that I created. I decided to go to grad school, and my master's degree was in teaching art, and so I was an art teacher. But after about 12 years of that, I went to being an artist full-time.
She elevated from just a person who could sell some pieces to then saying, now I can really take this to another level. Bisa can create a face that you would actually think is someone looking at you, but it's all fabric. It's pinpoint precision. That's where Bisa is with it.
We are in a time where people are very separated. So I'm looking for images of people who are intimate and tender. The piece that I'm working on right now is of a young couple taken in the 1970s. I'm drawn to their gaze. They look so proud to be a couple, and I remember that feeling in high school, like your boyfriend and girlfriend. So the fabrics for their clothing, I want to reflect, yes, these are children of African descent, but they're very much American children, and they're very much in the 1970s. So I'm using the African cloth, and then I'm also layering that with colored vinyl on top of it. All of these glittery fabrics emulate the light that I feel is shining from these people. I'm looking forward to my show at the Smithsonian American Art Museum. It is going to open in the fall 2027.
The Smithsonian American Art Museum is incredibly fortunate to have Bisa Butler's largest, really the largest quilt that she's made.
I spent so much time with these guys.
The quilt is called Don't Tread on Me, Goddamn, Let's Go, Harlem Hell Fighters.
In World War I, France needed boots on the ground. And the United States said, we can loan you these Black soldiers. The Harlem Hell Fighters were a segregated unit. They suffered the largest number of casualties out of any other unit in the U.S. Army at that time. They fought fiercely for their country, and they're fighting for their own dignity, and they're fighting to stay alive. And the photo that I'm drawn to is the soldiers on the boat. Before they land at New York Harbor, they're getting ready to be greeted by a ticker tape parade. They marched right down Fifth Avenue. You could feel the thundering of their boots as they came. And for the first time, Black soldiers were being cheered on by an interracial audience.
It's a monumental quilt. You get in close and see the intricate stitching to create this illusion of 3D and layers to make this piece come alive.
This fabric, the blue and the pink, is Nigerian wax resist. You see the circular symbols within the cloth.
Yeah.
That represents the idea when you drop a pebble in water in the rings, how your small input affects the whole world.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Her work is really a lesson in empathy and a way of helping us understand and commune with a past that has often been forgotten, overshadowed, or deliberately buried.
I do want my work to make people feel good when they see it. But when Black people look at the artwork, they should see something that speaks to them about where they came from. To feel the emotional resonance of the artwork.